All eyes are about to be on Chicago with the 2025 NBA Draft Lottery tipping off at 4 o'clock today. Of course, there's been so much hype around this year's talent pool. We've got Duke superstar Cooper Flagg and then two impressive ballers from Rutgers. They're expected to go in the top four with point guard Dylan Harper and wing Ace Bailey, as we are going to be discussing the Blazers draft lottery odds. We welcome you into this special coin now. I'm Jamie Hudson, joined by the wonderful Brenna Greene. Brenna, how are you doing?
I'm great. I'm ready. Let's do this.
Yes, let's talk odds.
A day we have been looking forward to
Right?
for over a year.
It's so true.
Yes.
But the Blazers were really too good this past season. We thought maybe they could lose a few more games and have better odds. But Brenna, let's dive into those chances as we take a look at the Blazers draft lottery odds for this season, for this year.
Portland has the 10th best lottery odds out of the 14 lottery teams after losing the coin flip tiebreaker with the Phoenix Suns, since both squads finished the season tied with records of 36 and 46. So a breakdown of the odds here. The Blazers have a 3.7% chance at the number one pick, a 4% chance at the second pick, a 4.4% chance to land the number three pick. Overall, they have about a 17% chance of moving into that top four. And the top four in this draft really are what everyone is talking about. BJ Edgecombe is the other player that everyone is kind of slating in that top four. But they're likely to land between the 10th and 11th spot, an 81.9% chance of picking those in one of those two slots. It's not a possibility for the Blazers to land the 5th through the 9th pick. But it's worth noting last year the Atlanta Hawks won the NBA draft with only 3% odds in their favor. So all Blazers fans are just putting their hope in the Atlanta Hawks and how everything worked out last year for them.
Yeah, and with this show today, we're going to manifest that, right, Brenna?
You know, it's funny because if there was a draft to actually, randomly move up into the number one spot, it probably wasn't last year's draft, if we're being honest. I'm sure Atlanta fans were like, I would have liked that luck at a different time.
Yeah.
But, it is what it is. This year now the luck has to pass to another team, right? So.
It's true, yeah. And we're just hours away from finding out where the Blazers are going to land. Thank you for your breakdown of the chances. Brenna, thinking back to 2007, when the Blazers did land the number one overall pick and selecting Greg Oden, their chances heading into that lottery was just over 5%. So you just never know. That's what it comes down to. Is you could talk about the odds all day, but those ping pong balls are going to do what they want to do.
They're going to do what they want to do. We have a good friend who's been inside that room before when it all goes down in Sean Hyken. It's just a fascinating thing. It's because what you see on TV is not like everybody knows the results before they go out there because it happened in a room in the back.
Right.
So everybody outside of that room is unaware of what happened, but there is a select group of people who already know what went down before it goes on TV. So it's just a really interesting process, to say the least.
No kidding. Hey, speaking of our friend Sean Hyken, he was the first to report that Tumani Kamara is going to be this year's representative. Of course, last year, the Blazers representative for the draft lottery was Scoot Henderson. The year before that, Brandon Roy. But now, two is going to be there in the Windy City repping the Blazers. What do you think about that decision to have Tumani Kamara head to Chicago?
I have some thoughts.
Okay.
All right. So, I understand that people have schedules, so I could understand if there's a situation where there was some conflicts or whatever. I don't know.
Okay.
I personally would have not picked Tumani, and it has absolutely nothing to do with Tumani. One, I thought all year that this was heading towards the Blazers picking Greg Oden because they brought him back. Not once, but actually twice.
Good point, yes.
And obviously that was the last time the team had the number one pick. So just kind of some good juju there, even if his tenure in Portland didn't go how everyone wanted it to, including Greg. But is what it is. Can't do anything about that. It was all health issues there. But if we're going a current player on the roster, I mean, how do you not pick Donovan Clingan? His mom played college basketball with Cooper Flagg's mom. Like,
Yeah.
that's some good juju
That
right
is
there.
good. You're right. You're right.
They took a picture on Cooper Flagg's recruiting trip to UConn with like a big Maine flag, okay? Like, I'm just like, oh man, that is just like such good like karma, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
And also, he was picked last year by the Blazers, so it would be a crazy thing to send him to the lottery considering he was their pick last year. So,
Okay,
I don't
you're
know.
making a lot of good points here.
I just, I don't have any gripe with Tumani, to say the least. I just, we might as well lean into the juju thing. It's the lottery, okay? Like, if there's an event that you can be superstitious about,
Mm-hmm.
it is the NBA draft lottery, okay? And trying to send as many good vibes as possible. So I kind of thought those two guys would be good vibes picks, like
Yeah.
you said. But,
Those are good candidates.
Tumani's there. I understand they want to put somebody out there that they want to be kind of a face of the franchise sort of thing. So I understand what they're doing, but I don't know. It's a draft lottery. Have some fun with it, I say.
Yeah, no kidding. No, I'm with you about Greg Oden. That would have been a great thing just to see him back there because 2 seasons ago, or 2 years ago, I guess I should say, when Brandon Roy was there,
Went so well.
it was so cool. Yeah, and they moved up, right? True. But I would have thought maybe Denny Advia because at the end of the season, he really became that the heart and soul of this team. But Tumani Kamara, he'll be fun there too.
He'll be fine.
Yes.
It's not a diss on Tumani. We just, like I said,
We were surprised, maybe a little.
I like having a little fun with the lottery. Like, I was talking to Bill Orm about this at the Oregonian, and we have now decided that what we think is that they should send like Fred Armisen to the lottery.
Oh, yes.
To have like somebody who represents Portland and who would have so much fun at the lottery. Like Fred.
That's
would
a
be so funny.
good
Or I
point.
said, send the Unipiper or something like that. Just something so off the wall and so
Portland. Yep.
That would be incredible and would be such a talker and get everybody going. I don't know if there's rules about who you can send to the lottery or not. I'm not really sure what that is. I don't feel
wonder.
like there is.
Yeah.
But
No,
maybe
because
there
there's
is.
been like kids of owners that
Yeah.
have been teams representatives
Yeah.
before. So yeah, we should dive into the rules.
Yeah, no,
But-
I mean, if like we might as well be as weirdly Portland as possible, I think, and get people, and that would get people talking about the Blazers. That's for sure.
That's true. Yeah. But right now, this year, the Blazers want people talking about Tumani Kamara.
Yes.
Hey, but you are going to be live for our draft lottery coverage for Coin. Where can people find you?
I'll be at the Rogue location on the east side. That's where the Blazers are having their one of the bars that they're having a draft lottery party at. So we will be there, and we shall see how the ping pong balls bounce. It's always something. Last year I was out of the country during
That's right.
during
You
the draft
were.
lottery. So I woke up to see the pick that the Blazers got, which was the 7th pick. They had fallen.
Mm-hmm.
And it was as if the sky was falling.
Right.
And I just kind of woke up and I just chuckled because I was like, this is not the draft to be like upset about falling over. Now, if the Blazers were in contention like they were last year in this year's draft and they fell, I totally understand people being upset.
Yeah.
But
This year's draft is solid. There's a
Yes.
lot of talent, especially at the top.
Exactly. So we'll see what happens, but hopefully we have a little Atlanta magic in us. So.
Yes, there we go. I love it.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Brenna. Yeah.
you.
But we'll see. Right now, the Blazers most likely getting the 10th overall pick with those with the percentage at 63.4%. Hey, but that's going to do it for this special Coin Now edition of the Blazers Draft Lottery Odds. Thanks for hanging out, Brenna. That was fun.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. Oh, we'll do it again sometime soon.
I'm sure we will.
Oh, yes, we will.